daily soccer podcast with the Global Sports Podcast Network.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Newcastle podcast. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to that new jingle, by the way. It's a lot.
Soccer.
Soccer. It's a lot. It's a excuse me. It's a girls only pod today. So that means I am joined by my girl Jo. How are you?
I'm not too bad, chick. It's the international break, so it's never the happiest of times, but
No.
Gives our new boys to bed in, isn't it, as well? So We'll be good.
Exactly. Okay, I feel like I've not done one of these in ages. It probably because it has been ages. So it's all feeling very foreign to me. I'm a little under the weather as well, so everyone just be patient. So yes, I thought we could start because poor Ian and Michael pretty much have been leading the forte. They've been holding it all together. And obviously, I know it was at the beginning of the week, but we haven't had a chance to touch on our transfer window ending. The busy day that was Monday and the last day of the transfer saga. I don't even know where to begin, but how do you feel? Let's start on a positive.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how do we feel like Newcastle's transfer window went?
Well, I like this because I know the boys did a whole rating of the pod, so I kind of commented on what they said. So I'm giving it a solid 9, me. I'm feeling very positive, so I'm not even going to bring any negativity into it. I think the media want to portray it, or the fans want to try and wind us up about it, but when you break it all down, I think when it ended, we'd had a great one. Yes, it was very kind of late to the party, let's call it, in terms of making it a great window. Because at the beginning of August, we're probably rating it about a 2. And I've migrated it right up to a 9 because, bar the odd thing, we've upgraded in all sorts of areas of the pitch, haven't we? We've got 2 strikers in. All right, we've lost 2, but really Wilson never played, so it feels like we've only lost 1. And that one didn't want to play for us anyway. So when you break it down like that, and we got a ton of money for him, which helps with PSR moving forward for a few windows.
Yep.
Really can't see how, now it's over, we can pull many negatives from it, really.
Agreed. I also rate it a solid 8 out of 10, 8 or 9 out of 10. I think the whole negative, I think for the 5 weeks before that of the whole Isak drama was draining the absolute life out of me. Excuse me, sorry. But once sort of Monday came about and I was on Sky Sports all day watching it, I actually thought, no, this is going to happen. He's going to go. I was very glad to see him go, by the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got Visser in the end. And before everyone starts commenting, we know he done the same to Brentford. No, we don't agree with it, but he's ours, and we have to just support him now and hope that he plays the best he can for us and treats us with a respect. And hey, at least he apologised and thanked Brentford. So yeah, I would rate it out a solid 8.5, 9 out of 10. How do we think our new boys are gonna embed in the squad? I know we've obviously got a few that have been here a couple of weeks now, but obviously they're all joined. Transfer saga's over, Isak drama's over, so hopefully the whole squad are now calm, back together, collected, and now hopefully after the international break we can move on, to be honest. So how do we think we'll sort of move on from that and perform, I guess, after the international break?
I like the options it gives us, to be fair. Like the strikers that have been brought in are 2 different strikers, and I like that because it obviously benefits the team to not really have 2 identical strikers. And Valtamare apparently is not really an out-and-out number 9. He's talked about being more of a number 10 almost. He's also been, this is him saying it as well, that he's not just like a target man. He loves dribbling. We've seen some fine highlights of him doing these dribbles as well, even though he's like Peter Crouch, isn't he? He's like long, gangly, but the boy's got skills, And what I love is when you see that boy can jump, man. So the fact that he's already 6'6" and he can jump, this is some real aerial threat that we've now got in the box. If he's got any defensive qualities to help with, that would be even better as well, to be able to pull that sort of thing back. But I think it'll be interesting to kind of see how he fits in because, we can watch highlight after highlight on YouTube, but that's all we've got to work on at the minute. We've got no idea. Yes, all right, he played for Germany. I'm not going to say I sat through the whole Germany match. I didn't. I have watched some highlights. I've watched a bit of him, but that's all I know. Visser's obviously had more time with the squad, so he's been able to obviously train because he hasn't been away on international duty, obviously. So it'll be interesting to see like who starts and when and in what position. Does he start them both? Does he just play one? But what's great is we now have that kind of flexibility at the front where we can almost play that 4-4-2 I've been craving at points. Or even the 4-4-1-1, if you want to think of it like that, Valtamare playing the 10 sort of position. But we've got so many options across the front. We had so many options with Isak, I get that. But I think we've now got so many more having these two guys in. Because unfortunately, as much as we do joke about losing two strikers, rarely at any point did we have Isak and Wilson fit at the same time because they were both a bit iffy. Wilson obviously made of glass, God bless him, and Isak, please keep playing as if you're made of glass. That would be wonderful. But again, they just didn't seem to be fit at the same time, and so we never really got to see the true kind of workings of how great they could have been together, I think. So hopefully these two guys, which touch wood do not have as bad an injury record, will just, I don't know. I'm excited. I am excited to see how this moves forward, along with all the other signs we made. Ramsey, Alanga, everyone. I think we've got a very high pressing team now, I'll be honest.
Yeah, me too. I've got to be honest about Alanga. So as much as I like him, and I'm obviously really excited to have him within the squad, I'm not impressed by what I've seen this past couple of games, and I can't work out if it's because obviously he's still embedded and settled into the squads, and it's obviously a completely different style from the way Nottingham Forest play. So I do understand that, but I also can't work out, is he being impacted a little bit by what's been going on behind the scenes that's disrupted his game. Obviously we haven't had a striker, so has it naturally pulled him not out of formation, because he has been playing technically in his position, but I feel like the whole team has looked obviously a little bit disrupted at times, so I am now feeling a little bit more calm that we've got two new strikers in, obviously with a third option technically as well on the bench if needed. Yeah, I am intrigued to see if Eddie will play them both at the same time, or do like a Isak Wilson kind of thing. I'm opting towards the latter. I do feel like he will go for the latter, but I do want to know who's starting first. Who's his number one?
It's a strange one. It's people that will be like, and I was about to say it, and I will still say it. Valtamare kind of has to be in a way. It's weird to say he has to be because he doesn't have to be. But realistically, yeah, it would be mad to have your record signing not being your first choice, really.
Agree, yeah.
But at the same time, we've just paid 55 million for Visser, who, by the way, scored the same amount of goals as Isak last season if we take away penalties. So, he's a high-profile Premier League proven that everyone loves to throw in the mix. Goalkeeper, I was about to say, I'm losing my mind today, girl. Goal scorer is what I was trying to say. Goal scorer. So yeah, it'd be a bit mental. I don't know, exactly. We're screwed. But yeah, it would be mental in a way based on those stats to leave him on the bench. So
agreed.
I'd love to see first game back. It's at home as well. It's Wolves, isn't it? Yeah, with them.
It is. Wolves, yep.
So yeah, for both of them to play. I think, I don't know, just really mix it up, man, because people won't know how to play against it. These guys have never played for us. So in terms of like defending against that like formation that he might put them in, because again, would it be 4-4-2? Would it be 4-4-1-1? Who knows what he's going to do? Is he going to stick one of them out wide? Who even knows? I'm guessing not, by the way. I'm just really mixing things up here. But I'm with you on Alanga as well, by the way, because I was calling out as obviously a huge Murphy admirer that he should have been playing, but it was in all seriousness that Murphy knows how we play. He knows our style already. Alanga didn't really have that time to bed in, and also, like you say, he came in during the chaos as well, so yes, I wasn't impressed with him, but I'm also not going to judge him so early because we've got so much more ahead of us, if you know what I mean. Give him that chance to settle, give the whole team a chance to settle. I think in the next few games we're going to see a much different team. If we don't, then we can talk about that. Then there's something to talk about. But you've got to give this whole mess a chance to kind of go away, because of course it's going to ripple through the squad. They're humans after all. No matter what we want to think and put them all up on this pedestal, they're humans when it boils down to it.
100%. And I also think people forget. I mean, we probably haven't, but I seem to remember we had a very similar start to the season last season, where
Very lucky.
end of October, beginning of November, people were calling for Eddie's head. I remember rightly,
Everyone.
because we had a really poor start. A couple of
It'll happen
losses,
again.
draws, and it will probably happen again. Yeah, and people are panicking. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, it's not the most ideal starts, but we have been without our striker who kindly went on strike. So, I'm not panicking just yet. We've had a stunning transfer window. If it wasn't for the Isak drama, that's just put a little bit of bad blood there. Other than that, I'm excited. I'm excited to get back to the Premier League already, even though we've not even started the international break yet, really. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Eddie Howe's going to do. I'm excited and I'm pleased for him that this whole saga has ended and he can now just move on and quit being asked about it. I know we're still talking about it, but we haven't had a chance to talk about it.
Yeah.
And how we feel. Yeah, actually, how do you feel about him going to Liverpool?
Just
I was very
whatever at
pleased.
this point, I'll be
I
honest.
said bye.
It's such a strange one that we were just wanting him out and he was going to go nowhere else. So it was almost like an acceptance type of thing that if we want rid of him, that's where he's going in the end. As
100%.
much as we didn't want him to go there and we would have much preferred him to go abroad, it was
Agreed.
never going to happen because there wasn't a single team in. Apparently there was like rogue talks of Saudi, but there was never anything solid there. That was just whatever.
Never
I mean, I
going
would
there.
have loved him to bugger off to Saudi, by the way, because you're not even going to see him on the TV at that point. Like that's like that would have been a dream move for us, wouldn't it? So the fact that they've got him, it was always going to be Liverpool. That was where he wanted to go. It was where his agent been putting him to go. That agent is the worst agent on the planet. He's been pathetic. The statement
His
he put out
comments,
was just
awful.
you can tell he's a low-level agent with one high-profile player.
100%.
So he had any sense about him would get rid of that agent. If he's such a big, which he is, he's a huge player in that sense, one of the best in the world, yet he's got a scrappy-ass agent who will no doubt have got an unreal payoff for this, by the way. So maybe he will just do this and now he will bugger off because he probably can live on whatever he's just made, you know what I mean, from Isak. But again, if we're just talking normally about things, Isak, if he's got any sense, will get a new agent for sure.
100%. Has to.
Who will then orchestrate his next move to Real in 2 years' time. But that's another subject. We can talk about that in 2 years' time as well.
Talk about that in 2 years' time when Liverpool are all crying. Yeah, I agree. Again, I would have much preferred to see him go to someone like, I don't know, PSG or wherever.
Anyway, I'll be honest, yeah.
And obviously, I think the fact the whole time it was Liverpool stung ever so slightly. I was a bit like, oh. But again, I kind of get why he wanted to go. I just didn't like the way he went about it. And,
Exactly.
all the drama that's, unfolded after that and all the stuff that's been said. And it's just not nice. So, no, I'll never forgive him. No, I'll never forget him. And I can't wait to see his downfall at Liverpool. So that's how I felt about that. I think we'll break this part here. So obviously we've covered off our transfer window. So I'm going to cough. I'm back for the first ad, and then we will come back and I guess discuss England versus Andorra because we are experts on Andorra.
Your body is unique, and Global Sports Podcast Network has partnered with Bioniq, the world's most personalised supplements. Bioniq provide 100% tailor-made supplements designed to deliver precisely what your body needs at exactly the right levels to optimize your health. No guessing. So click the link in the show notes. Use the code GSPN2025 for 40% off your first month's subscription. Bioniq. Don't settle for off-the-shelf solutions made for just anybody. Get what's right for you right now.
Okay, we're back. Also, I can't believe it's the 5th of September and we're already on an international break. I say this every year. I feel like it just gets earlier every year.
Yeah. There's a lot of breaks this year. But there was a lot of breaks last year, I think, as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I know it's obviously World Cup qualifiers, but it's just...
Nuts.
I've got to be honest to all the listeners that are listening to this. I know you're here for Newcastle news, but...
we won't bore
England's
you too
not
long,
my favourite subject to talk about, to be honest, because they bore me. So I'm going to try and sound enthusiastic. But yeah, anyway, let's talk about our lads that are currently with the England squad. So we currently have, God, excuse me, I keep trying to cough. We've got Mr. Dan Burn, Tino Livramento and Anthony Gordon. So I've got the squad up next to me because I forgot Anthony Gordon went. because he's been red carded for us, I'm like, he's out of everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, he obviously, that is our 3 players that are there. So let's obviously, I don't know if we'll maybe have any other players go, because John Stones has now been he's left, hasn't he, with an injury? So don't know who will be called up in his place. So we'll have to wait and see. But let's talk about our 3 that are there. Dan Burn done a press conference today or yesterday, whenever it was, with Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah.
Very professional, as always. Held himself
Yeah.
really well. He was asked, I sounded a little bit annoyed, but he was asked about how the Newcastle squad is after the Isak stuff, and if there's any bad blood, to which he denied and said, no, everyone's fine, squad are all fine, everyone's friends with Isak, want to wish him well, he's a friend. So, but he held himself really well and answered the people, the paparazzi, really, really well. So out of the 3 boys that we have got with the England squad, do we think they'll all get a start? Or not even that, do we think we'll see them play in these next, what we've got, 2 games, Andorra and
Yeah.
Who've we got?
I mean, between the 2 games, I expect to see all 3 of them at some
Same.
point. It's just whether all 3 are going to start via Andorra is the thing, isn't it? I mean, based on the fact that Stones has gone anyway, you expect Dan Burn to definitely be starting. It's just who's going to start alongside him. And I don't think anyone from our team would be replacing Stones, to be fair.
No, I
Because
don't.
really, the only other call-up at the minute would be Hall, who hasn't played that much for us, which you can only assume that's the only reason he hasn't been called up. So I'm expecting Hall to be called up in the next round, by the way. But as
Same.
it stands, I do understand why Hall hasn't went this time. So I think there was a bit of as social media is, oh, why not Hall? I'm like, well, come on, Hall really hasn't played that many minutes in the grand scheme. So he's obviously not at full fitness, and maybe that's why he hasn't gone. So I'm happy he's not. I'd rather him be back fully for us, by the way, before he starts playing for England and stuff.
Me too.
Because you don't want to risk anything, do you really? I'm not going to lie, I brought up the Andorra team for a laugh, just to be like joking about, oh yeah, I'm totally worried about their midfielder, Mark Puyol. Like, he's going to be dangerous. And their keeper, Ike Alvarez, he's like a beast between the sticks. Yeah, so not really. I'm lying. Those are our players, by the way. But yeah, I know absolutely jack all about Andorra. So apart from the fact that we're obviously expected to whip them, so we'll do some joking, but yeah, predictions at the end, obviously. But I mean, in the grand scheme, yeah, I do expect them all to play. Maybe not all in one game, potentially, but it'd be nice to see them all play in one game, I'll be honest. I might be tempted to watch it if they all played in one game,
Yeah,
just
I
for
might
a
not.
laugh. May as watch. Oh, what am I lying for? I told you already. I'm out tomorrow on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Joe's
won't be
out.
watching it.
She's out on the
Joe's
beers
out.
tomorrow. To be fair, it'll
Joe's
probably
never
be
in.
England game will probably be playing where you are. You're going
True.
to the stack, so it probably will be playing in there. I'm going to a
Yeah,
barbecue, so I don't know if it'll be on.
Well, not rush there.
No, don't rush. I fully expect to see Dan Burn start. I feel like Thomas Tuchel really loves Dan Burn, and that makes me really happy.
It's good.
Yeah, makes me really happy, and I'm so I say it all the time, but I'm like, the transition from Dan Burn's career to like when he first started to like now is just madness. Like, what is he,
Unbelievable.
33, 34? And he's
33, isn't he?
33, yeah, and he's like having the time of his life.
Good.
Yeah,
Deserves it.
it does deserve it. So I do fully expect to see him start. I would love to see all 3 of our boys
Yeah.
start all together, to be honest, because obviously they're ours, and we just think that they deserve to be on the starting lineup. Another position I want to mention, obviously, goalkeepers. So we are lucky enough to have 2 English goalkeepers, Nick Pope and Aaron Ramsdale, who have both played for England before. But obviously, not one of them have been called up to Thomas's England squad. I kind of get Aaron Ramsdale one, hasn't been playing that much, I guess, and I get that. Nick Pope, I was surprised to see him not picked. I get why Jordan Pickford was picked. Obviously, he's like England's number 1, but I was surprised to see Nick Pope not called up.
Pope was kind of in and out the England squad as well last season, but again, Pope's performances have been up and down as well, isn't it? And maybe Tuchel, maybe he just doesn't trust him. And if that's how it is, then that's how it is. But I think it'll be interesting once Ramsdale starts getting more games, when we've got the cups, the Champions League and both the cups, that to see how much he plays, and then that'll be interesting to see what happens then. Because if he does get decent enough games and he's putting in the performances, I would expect Tuchel to pick him. I'll be honest. I think he's more likely to get picked ahead of Pope, ironically, even though Pope's getting more minutes at the minute. I do see Aaron being picked before Nick.
Yeah, I hope for Newcastle as well we get to see more Ramsdale. I actually really like him.
Oh, he's a solid
I know,
keeper.
like when we signed him, people were like, "Why have we spent that money?" But I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see why. Like, he is a decent
Yeah.
enough keeper. Like obviously, I know he obviously went down to sort of number 2 pick at Arsenal, but he is a really good keeper, and I think he's underrated in my eyes. That's just my opinion. Um,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even going to talk about the Andorra players because
Should I tell
it's
you some names?
not some players that I really follow
Googled it.
or know much about. So
How
if
do you
you
feel
don't,
about Albert Rosas?
terrified,
He's a forward. I think Pickford's going to have some issues
I think so. Yeah.
with Raw Albert running at
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's as much as we're talking about Andorra.
Where is this game tomorrow? Is it at Wembley? Or was it? I
We're
don't,
home, are we?
can
This
we?
is how much attention I've paid to this game.
Yeah,
It's
guys.
awesome that we're doing this kind of preview on it, isn't it? The boys are going to be cringing if they listen to this, going, "Oh my god, the lasses are not doing it anymore."
No, not prepared. It's
This
not.
is what happens.
Yeah, so bad.
Yeah, we're at home,
Villa Park.
as in England, is what
In
I meant.
England. Yeah, we're at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boys are going to be cringing at this because they're going to be like, "This is not what I would have done." Let's just do our score
We
predictions.
know the boys can be more professional, right? But we like to think we bring the fun. So this is what you get from us, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And anyone still listening must appreciate the fun, because now we're 21 minutes in and they're still listening. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. So we last beat Andorra and in June. Sorry. Harry Kane 50th minute goal. Only 1-0.
Yeah, I can remember that game, and it was a bit of a shock, as in, oh my god, we've only just scraped past Andorra type of attitude.
And obviously Harry Kane has been confirmed to be starting tomorrow by Mr. Tuchel, of course. Now I was going to go for quite a high score. Now I'm a bit like, maybe not. Like I say, Thomas Tuchel is obviously still working out his England squad anyway. I am going to go 2-0 England.
Are you? Right. I'm going to go 3-0.
Oh,
Because I think it's going to be better than last time. It has to be better than last time, for God's sake, man. They can't be scraping past Andorra 1-0 and then expect to do something decent in the World Cup. It's just, I don't know. That's my views on it, I'll be honest.
agreed.
But yeah, 3-0.
I do just want to mention Mr. Bruno Guimaraes scored last night for Brazil.
Yeah,
Absolute legend. I also want to mention, even though Germany got beat 2-0 in their 4th ever World Cup qualifier by Slovakia, Valtamare played a full 90 minutes.
He couldn't beat Dubravka though, could he?
Couldn't beat Dubravka, no.
Super dubs.
No. I know, and Ian did say to mention Martin Dubravka's clean sheet, which is great for him.
Not so great for a striker.
But he doesn't play for us anymore.
Yeah, true. It's just very true.
So perfect. But Valtamare did play a full 90 minutes. And I did look at some of the highlights. And although he didn't have the best game because he had 0 service from any of his teammates and players, he did look positive. And I thought, good 90 minutes under his belt in the international break, he'd be, perfect to start for Newcastle in a couple of weeks when we're back at Wolves. That is pretty much all I have planned to cover, mate, unless you have anything else you'd like to add.
I think that's all we need to talk about Andorra match, to be fair, because otherwise we're just going to get more ridiculous than we've already been.
I'm going to sneeze. Oh my god. Excuse me, I am having a bad time. Sorry, guys. I told them I feel under the weather.
What a way to end a pod. And here's some germs.
Now is a good time to end it. I'm going to play the jingle. Thanks for joining me.
See you later. Bye.
Your daily soccer podcast with the Global Sports Podcast Network.